Sovereignty is what? Ultimate power to make law. Why state make laws? What is the purpose of state making law? To protect its people. So sovereignty of the state, does it include the concept of right to protect my people? Right to protect my territory? Has Russia violated the sovereignty principle? No. Russia's action is offensive or defensive? Defensive भी तो है. Russia can argue, a Russian diplomat can argue their case or not. If they had not gone for offense, then what would have happened? Then NATO would have just blocked them. ठीक है, they were hitting at the very survival of Russia. They would have cut. Russia's economy survives on oil and gas. By completely controlling the Ukraine, they would have just cut them off from the European market. Fine. It would have impacted. So the problem of Ukraine started with Crimea. Crimea is the only naval port Russia has in Black Sea for communication with the outside world. And if Crimea under Ukraine and Ukraine under US, which country will accept the soldiers of your enemy on the border? Should Russians wait for Americans to enter and kill Putin? ठीक है? So, as a Russian diplomat, can you argue the case? As a Ukrainian diplomat, you can argue the case. They have violated our sovereignty. So fine, because you can't have simple solutions. Fine. The sovereignty is a multidimensional concept, how we interpret it. ठीक है? Does India believe in concept of international sovereignty to be treated as sanctity, with sanctity? Sacrosanct? Fine. So India should have sided with whom? Russia or Ukraine? Is Ukraine altogether wrong? Is Russia altogether wrong? Then what has been the way forward for us? Non-aligned. ठीक है? Give friendly advices to both. Fine. You have to stay because no one is entirely wrong. And if in this entire episode, if someone is to be blamed the most, is US. So whether on the question of Ukraine, India's stand has been extremely pro-West? No. West has used extreme pressures on India? Yes. But we have been able to handle the pressure well by making it clear that India, we value the strategic partnership, but we are your partners. We are not your junior allies. We have our own point of view. Fine. Is India's stand completely self-centric stand, or India's stand is moralistic? Moralistic also. Self ऐसे नहीं है. It's not narrow selfish interest. India's stand has strengthened the strengthened international law, or it has weakened? Strengthened. ठीक है? Because we believe that sovereignty has to be respected. Obviously, we have sympathy with Ukraine. Fine. But we also understand the rationale of what Russia has done. So we have been able to come out of the trap and manage the situation. ठीक है, तो यू व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू स्टडी सोवरेनिटी, सिर्फ ऐसे नहीं लक्ष्मीकांत में पॉइंट नंबर 4 सोवरेनिटी 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 ऐसे पढ़ना है, सोवरेनिटी सोवरेनिटी सोवरेनिटी, हाँ कैसे पढ़ना है, उसका यूसेज आना चाहिए, समझ आना चाहिए, आर्ग्यूमेंट करना चाहिए, किसी से सोवरेनिटी पर 10 मिनट बात करना आना चाहिए, ठीक है, किसी एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू यू शुड डेवलप अ कैपेसिटी टू एक्सप्लेन द एंटायर थिंग। तो प्रैक्टिकल हैंडी कॉन्सेप्ट रखो, ठीक है, सॉवरेनिटी पर एक बढ़िया लेक्चर ही दे दो, मान लो यूपीएससी में नहीं हुआ तो लेटरल एंट्री से ले लेंगे, है ना। तो उम्मीद कायम रखिए, उम्मीद वाले के लिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं है लाइफ में, ठीक है। तो एनीवे अब हम फिर से आ जाते हैं, तो व्हाट इज सॉवरेनिटी, ठीक है, सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सॉवरेनिटी इज सुप्रीम पावर to make law,